back at 6:15 on your Tuesday morning. You know, it's that time of the year again when the red tide starts to invade the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, and there are some researchers here who want to know more about why it happens. They even want to know, well, when it's going to happen again. So let's go out to Sunrise reporter Roland Rodriguez. He's at the Bayfront Marina this morning. And Roland, talk to us a little bit about what they're doing to try to find some answers.
Good morning, guys, and good morning, South Texas. Researchers are looking to find ways to, I guess you could say, predict when the red tide comes and when the red tide leaves our area. Researchers at the University of Texas Marine Science Institute in Port Aransas know exactly how the red tide and other harmful algae start in the Gulf of Mexico. The question is, why?
But we don't know as much about what makes them continue, what makes them end. And so one of the things that we're working on in my lab is trying to understand that part of it. So what makes the difference between a red tide that sticks around versus a red tide that goes away?
And with new technology like the imaging flow cytobot, researchers are getting close to finding the answers they are looking for.
It samples the water, and it actually is a microscope of sorts. It takes pictures of all of the cells that are in the water in that sample, and it can tell us when we have toxic cells present, even at really low numbers. So we can catch those blooms before they really get going.
The red tide has killed thousands of fish, among many other animals such as stingrays, dolphins, and turtles. And the harmful red tide also hurts our economy.
One that I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with is the sight of dead fish washing up on the beach when we have a red tide. And those are obviously ecological impacts. They can have huge impacts to tourism, right? People don't like to come to the beach and see dead fish.
Then there's the human factor, where area residents have more respiratory issues due to the toxins released by the harmful algae blooms.
The red tides that we get around here are also a little bit unique in that they produce, the toxins end up in the air. So again, anyone from the region who's ever experienced a red tide will know that it's really irritating. It makes you cough. It can be real problems for people with conditions like asthma.
Again, one of the ultimate goals for this research is to find ways to help keep the public informed and also help keep the public safe. Mike?
All right, thanks for that report, Roland.